Okay, so like I said, this is sort of like the classic RPGs from around the turn of the century. And I didn't get too much into those, but I think that this will be a good gateway drug for me, perhaps? Use drugs, kids. That's the takeaway from what I'm trying to say. So let's get started. Let's see. Easy difficulty requires minimal micromanagement and easily forgives mistakes in combat. It is strongly recommended for those who are new or recently returning to real-time party-based RPGs. I don't really feel like that. Normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. It is not recommended for newcomers to real-time party-based RPGs. I think that that's probably what I'm going to go with, but let's take a look at these others. The hard difficulty is suited for Infinity Engine veterans who are looking for a challenge. Survival requires micromanagement and optimization of stats through items, spells, and abilities. And then there's Path of the Damned. In Path of the Damned difficulty, enemies receive a bonus to most stats and encounters. Have many more enemies. Alien Man's following the channel. I thought you... Oh, that's somebody else. Well, welcome, Alien Man. This option can't be changed in game. It is only intended for players who want the most punishing encounters. I got a punishing encounter for you. Alright. And then also there's story time. Story time mode is for players who are more interested in exploration and story development than the challenge of combat. While story time is active, the enemy composition of battles is the same as normal difficulty, but the game mechanics are biased in the player's favor. Additionally, the party can carry an unlimited number of camping supplies. Ooh! Expert mode disables the number of helper features. Trial of Iron is Iron Man mode, I'm assuming. Yes. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to play normal mode. Yeah, that seems like a good idea to me, Shogunate. Also, welcome. Loading. Doop 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 doop. I'm having iced coffee. I'm kind of an idiot. Kind of stupid. I have Neverwinter Nights too, Ison. But I've not beaten it.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night. Their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your
I got
path.
the die.
He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
I got them Hershey squirts. Yep. Jeb has a broken leg and I've got dysentery. Alright. So we shouldn't have forded that river, I'm telling you. Do we have enough wagon tongues? Hi, Kebab Lord. Welcome. I have played through this part, so... Well, I have to create a character, too, I guess. Yeah, well, yeah. Alright, so... We're gonna be a dude. I guess I have to hit these buttons, rather than... It would be inappropriate to have my character be a female in light of the name that I'm going to give to it. I think that would be pretty gross. Some of you, well, let's get the name out of the way, actually, because I don't think I can set that yet. Some of you may recall that I came up with kind of a stock fantasy character name in the midst, I think it was during a Silent Hunter 3 stream, and that name is Kumragh Darkfist. And listen, Yeah, some people might remember. I remember. I'm sort of ashamed by it, but I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna embrace my shame. We're gonna create Kumragh Darkfist. It's not spelled how you think it is. Yeah, no one. Kumragh Darkfist, the unforgettable. So we need to design a character basically around that name. So, when you, all of our choices will be governed by what the most Kumragh Darkfisty outcome will be. So we have humans. They're the most common race in the Direwood, the Aedir Empire, Old Valia, and the Valian Republics, though not as large as the towering Aumaua. Humans are known for their strength and willpower. And then there's the Aumaua. The mighty Aumaua are the largest of the Kith races and are commonly found in or near oceans. Though not truly aquatic, they have an affinity for water. They soak things right up. That's a joke relating to the name. And many of their civilizations, such as Rawatai, are based on naval dominance. They're good seamen. This is possibly the strongest in terms of puns. So we have to bear that in mind. They are known for their unparalleled strength. We also have dwarves. Now, I feel like a dwarf, honestly, named Kumragh is just great. But let's read this. By virtue of land covered and number of colonies settled, dwarves are the most well-traveled race in the world. They are commonly found in the Direwood, the Valian Republics, and almost any colonized land. Dwarves are known for their great strength and tenacity. We have elves. Elves are the dominant race in Air Glanfath, and the white that wins. Sorry, and are extremely common in the Direwood and Aedir. Elves are known for their speed and intelligence, as well as a commonly isolationist nature. We have Orlans. I actually played as an Orland briefly in my previous run-through, so. Orlans are the smallest of the Kith races, though many cultures don't consider them to be civilized at all. Also notable for their large ears, two-toned skin, and hirsute bodies. Orlans are commonly found in Air Glanfath, the Ixamital Plains, and parts of the Direwood. They are known for their mental intensity and sharp senses. And then we have Godlike. The Godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and Godlike are unable to wear protective headgear, as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, Godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. So I think we're gonna probably go with an Aumaua. It kind of sucks that I can't say it right, though. Somebody's really excited about me playing as a Godlike, though. This sounds like it could be kind of a challenge. Yeah, I don't know if I'm really that into it. Let's go with the Aumaua. Am I saying it right? Yes, Real Barrow is on the trolley. I think we're all settled there. Alright. So we're gonna be a coastal Aumaua or an island Aumaua. Viewed as a warlike race, the coastal Aumaua live in a mainland region along the coasts of the northern hemisphere and lands they conquered by pushing Thirtan meadowfolk or Natlan savanna folk and Orland communities out. Their culture is more centralized and urban than their island cousins, though both groups are involved in seafaring. Scouring the seas. Coastal Aumaua are very rare in the Direwood, but those that do make the journey usually do so as mercenaries, bodyguards, or soldiers. They have a towering physique, so they gain bonuses to defend against prone and stun effects. So it's harder to knock them down, essentially. I think they're all pretty sailorific. Island Aumaua originated in the Deadfire Archipelago, 1,000 miles south of the Valian Republics. While physiologically similar to their coastal cousins, the coloration of Island Aumaua is starkly different, brown and yellow. Okay, I don't need to read anymore. Oh my god. No, I won't. I don't think I can do that, Kebab Lord. I don't think that's Kumragh's accent. All right, so this is crucial here. You could be a barbarian. Kumragh is a very barbaric sounding name. Yeah, it's kind of where I was leaning, Imoni. So barbarians, well, I'll just read these. Brutes, madmen, berserkers, lovers, fuckers, pilots. I got nothing else. Though city-dwelling people often use the term barbarian with a dose of disrespect, these rural warriors, that's tough to say, rural warriors, are respected by their communities for their ferocity and fearsome presence on the battlefield. Barbarians have a special, almost religious role in some cultures, but in many places, the undisciplined, fearless style of the barbarian is simply how warriors conduct themselves. So we get some extra stats here. I'm not too concerned with stats, to be honest with you. This is all about the Kumragh. It's a weird thing to say. We have a paladin. Paladins are martial zealots devoted to a god, a ruler, or even a way of life. They can be found in any culture where a fanatical group of like-minded individuals have formed a warrior society dedicated to advancing their cause. That's kind of a lot of caveats, but whatever. Among those aligned to their worldview, paladins are viewed with respect and admiration, if a bit of fear. Many paladins hold leadership positions in armies and mercenary companies, but in the heat of battle, their fanaticism often overrules the chain of command and common sense. We have Chanters. In every culture across Eora, there are Chanters. Many historians consider Chanters to be the most ancient workers of magic, their hallowed phrases stirring the collective memory of wayward souls around them, compelling them to generate magical effects in a kind of reenactment. In some societies, Chanters form organized groups of storytellers and researchers, but in most parts of the world, they are just time-honored part of local folk traditions. Chanters, I think, they're kind of a utility class, right? They kind of produce passive effects that build a Chanter's power until they can use an invocation. So they have effects more so than direct spells and stuff. Priests are devotees of Eora's deities and practitioners of religious magic. While all priests dedicate themselves to specific gods, priests' power is actually derived from their personal beliefs. In contrast to most paladins, priests tend to focus on philosophy, teaching, and the relationship of religious organizations with common folk. The reception of priests in any given part of the world depends largely on how their god is revered or reviled by the people who live there. It's pretty self-explanatory. Cypher. Looks all greasy and gross. Is that just his skin color? Am I missing something here? Oh, yeah. It's just streaky looking, I suppose. A recent discovery in the Eastern Reach, ciphers were once called Brishkalwin. Fuck. Mindhunters. Okay, so ciphers were once called Brishalgwyn by the Glenfathans. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche, using an ally's or an enemy's presence as the focus for their magic. Though most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach, practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. These guys are basically like ciphers, or not ciphers, what's the name? Evokers? That's kind of what I was thinking. Isn't that analogous to what they are? Anyways. Rangers. Rangers are warriors of the woodlands and masters of the hunt, always partnered with soul-bonded animal companions. They can be found in wild spaces all over the world, as their lifestyles often tend toward independence and isolation. It is rare for rangers to become an integral part of a large fighting force, though they are often employed as scouts and guides. Druids. Animists at heart, druids tap into the spiritual power that flows through the simple living things of Eora. Plants, animals, and sometimes even living stone. While not necessarily religious, druids do have a reverence for the natural world and a keen interest in understanding its mysteries. In most cultures, druids are understood as a sort of primal magician. But among the Glenfathans, Nasitaki, and many rural cultures, they may have high positions of influence and authority. The reason I'm reading these, by the way, is because I want to find the best fit for our character. I already have a pretty good idea of what we're going to do, but rogues are vicious killers, feared for the brutality of their attacks. They can be found as often in dark back alleys as the heart of battlefield skirmishes. Though unpredictable and undisciplined, rogues are commonly used as shock troops or as part of a surprise assault. Their withering attacks, breaking enemy ranks and morale. Rogues tend to congregate in larger numbers in cities, where they can be steadily employed as mercenaries or hired muscle. I don't know, Kumragh sounds like the kind of guy that would be steadily employed, if you know what I mean. Gross! We have fighters. Fighters form the front line of disciplined armies across the Eastern Reach. Though they are most commonly found in cultures with an organized martial structure, fighters can also be encountered as wandering mercenaries, bodyguards, and other types of sellswords. The common element that unifies fighters is their heavy focus on endurance and melee defense. Wizards are the masters of academic magic. Wizards are students of arcane traditions that stretch back beyond the boundaries of recorded history. Wizards are a highly organized group, often forming academies or guilds devoted to research and development in magical studies, and tend to favor environments where inquiry, experimentation, debate, and the dissemination of knowledge are encouraged. Many accomplished wizards eventually become known for their eccentricity, their egos, and their unquenchable interest in all things arcane and occult. They soak everything up, if you will. And then monks. Monks belong to a variety of fighting orders that have sprung up in Ixabital and the Eastern Reach over the past few centuries. While many monastic orders can trace their teachings to the enduring founder Tletak, individual organizations vary greatly in their focus, morality, and ethics. Common folk respect the incredible discipline of monks, but see them as odd, unpredictable bunch who may not be entirely sane. Even mercenaries and other adventurers aren't sure what to make of them. I kind of think that Barbarian, the first one we read, no less. I hate dual wielding though. I mean, I'm sure we can change that, but it just puts me off right out of the gate. We're gonna go with the Barbarian, and it kind of suits me too, because I'm a big idiot that likes to break things. So I can pick one of these. So I can go with Frenzy, which sends the Barbarian into a frenzied state, granting a might, constitution, and attack speed bonus, but causing a deflection penalty against incoming attacks. While the Barbarian's Frenzy is active, his or her endurance and health are concealed. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Shogunate! Well played, sir. Barbaric yell lets out a terrifying yell. Yeah! Frightening enemies in the area of effect. I like that. We're gonna go with that. A yelling Kumragh? I don't know if that makes sense. Like, actually, we should look at the abilities. Or does it even show me the additional? So I can pick an order. In that case, there's phrases. My god. Let's just go with this. Yeah! Okay, so I'm a big, stupid barbarian. Might makes right. What's resolve do? Resolve reflects a character's internal drive, determination, fearlessness, and the emotional intensity they can project to others. How sturdy they are. We want a good, sturdy Kumragh. Gross. That's one of the worst things I've ever said in my life. Alright. I like it. So I get to pick my culture. The Adair Empire is currently the largest and most powerful force in this part of the world. Centered around the equator and has a tropical climate. Though the Empire has colonies in numerous areas of the world, Greater Adair is at its heart and houses the majority of its human and elven nations, okay? Consisting of the nation of Nasitak, dozens of Aumaua settlements, and hundreds of lawless, pirate-infested islands that stretch along the southern sea. Deadfire. It's full of seamen. Keep that in mind. Located to the northeast of Irglanfath, the Ixabital Plains are a large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by human and Orland residents. The Ixabital culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. There's Old Valia. Once the crown jewel of the southern seas, Old Valia is now the crumbling remnants of an empire of warring merchant nations. It's breaking down. It's coming apart at the seams. Counting many humans and dwarves among their ranks, the Old Valian countries are still forces to be reckoned with, and are proud of their rich cultural heritage. The Rawatai, dominated by the Aumaua nation of Rawatai, the Gulf itself is host to a number of nations, most of them Aumaua, Orland, and Dwarven. Though these countries are relatively young, they are some of the most advanced colonial settlements in the east. The Gulf is a land of riches and resources for those who can take them, though the entire coast is often pummeled by violent storms. thunderstorms. They get blasted by big gobs of rain. The Living Lands. The Living Lands is the mountainous region of a large northern island renowned for its diversity of plant and animal life. Its weather is unpredictable and ecosystems vary dramatically from valley to valley. The Living Lands are home to an assortment of races and a variety of colonial settlements. And then the White That Wends. Already the name is somewhat compelling. A large cracked southern expanse of polar ice. The White That Wends is home to pale elves and small colonies of daring explorers, outcasts, and adventurers. While virtually no plant life grows on the White, it is home to many hardy species of dangerous animals that forage from the sea or prey upon each other to survive. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Deadfire Archipelago. I think that is a foregone conclusion. Hello, KD Studios. Hey, I caught a little bit of your stream yesterday. Glad to see you. Yeah, we've got a big fucking sword, which is, suits me right down to the ground, I'll tell you what. Now, okay, so Kumragh's background. Is he going to be an aristocrat? The aristocrats. Is he going to be a drifter? An explorer? A hunter? A laborer? It's hard work being a Kumragh. Mercenary? Merchant? Raider or slave? Oh boy. You've never known freedom's shackles and chains have bound your existence. You are starched into stiffness. And someone has told you what to do your entire life. Oh my god, you guys. Yeah. Well, now people are saying aristocrat. Well, Yamoni was saying it out of jest, I think. I think it's important that we pick the right option here, otherwise we could have a real mess on our hands. Okay, I'll just go with it. So, why is your head blue and the rest of you not? So, okay. Oh, that's my, armor, my clothing color. It's gonna be good. Ew. Oh, God. Gross. Should we go with white hair? There's different hair styles that we can pick here, so let's see which one is most befitting Kumragh. I can't believe I'm fucking doing this. I think now is the time. Oh boy. Nice and fluffy. Oh my. That would be dangerous, although it is quite stiff, so it makes sense. Can't have a bald Kumragh. That doesn't work. So should we go fluffy or pointy? I think that yeah, I agree. I think that that's probably the also it's kind of ridiculous. Just checking out the different colors here. Yeah. There's no absolute, like, brilliant white. So this is gonna have to do. This is very gross. And that portrait is. Look at this guy! Hello, everybody! Kumragh here! I don't think we're gonna get a very good match. But we'll kind of thumb through these. We could just have him be a jaunty pirate man. Oh, this is just for the clothing, isn't it? I mean, it's not a huge deal. There's the Orlands, and that's female Aumawas. Well, yeah, I think that our best is going to be... This isn't exactly... I'm kind of tempted to model him after this guy. I might do it. I think I'm gonna do it. The guy's just so silly. Look at him. It just means changing the skin color. I don't know. Yeah, this is his old driver's license photo when he was, you know, a little cleaner. I could change the face, although nothing is gonna look like that. That's okay. We'll go with this. This is fine. Alright, this is very important.
Hey there.
Nope.
Now I am the leader of the group.
My name is Kumragh. I'm the leader of the group. Why am I talking like this?
Stand together! Not a sound.
Whispers of Kumragh.
Follow me. Let's go!
Sounds stiff and unyielding.
Keeping quiet.
Yeah? I've got this.
Oh my god, how did I miss this? I didn't jump to this immediately.
You're mine. Nothing will slip past me.
I catch everything that comes my way.
Ready when you are.
We'll keep listening though.
Leading the way. Ha! Easy now.
Whoa, go easy now. I've only got so many threads.
Oh? I shall lead us.
You better run!
It's settled. And here we are. I'm just gonna give him his first name. Oh, I didn't even think to check the female voices. Fuck. Well, I'm just gonna go with it. So here we are. Kumragh, Barbarian, from the Deadfire Archipelago. A land of seamen and strife. Set a course for adventure!